Okay, it's Saturday morning around 7 a.m. Today's the 19th. You can see my plant here. It looks like a mess for a few reasons, really. One, I didn't remove the hoop house. I just removed the plastic, figuring that I could use that structure for whatever I wanted to, and that could be shade cloth, as you see here, or it could be plastic to protect from potential rain or hail. And then I have these little PVC tables, look like tables, but they're really just covered with shade cloth, because this gives me the opportunity to cover particularly the new growth. This morning we're going to just take a look at get this out of the way. We're going to focus on this young lady that just opened right now. So that is a female that opened this morning. It's about 7 a.m. I think, as I said earlier. It's about 70 degrees. That is not an ideal looking female. It is not symmetrical. Doesn't look like a winner, but we're going to pollinate it here anyway. Ideally, when you would look at this blossom, you would see usually either 4 or 5 distinct lobes. Ideally, they would be symmetrical, and this is not any of those. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 4, with a little bit of a 5th lobe squished in there at the top. So to me, this is not an ideal situation. But let's pollinate it. I have found a couple of males at another plant, and I've taken off the yellow petals, zooming in here a little bit so that you can see that those pistils are loaded with pollen. You can see all the granular stuff. So let's go ahead and pollinate this using this male. Just get all that pollen everywhere that you can, and then eventually you'll be able to see that the pollen has rubbed off that, and you get a more or less granular appearance to that. That's done. And then we have another one. And now you can see that that blossom is loaded with granular pollen, and that's really that's what you want to see. I have gone ahead and put a zip tie around that blossom, and I've done that for a couple of different reasons. I would not normally do it for a pollination that I'm not excited about, like this one, but this is good practice. So when you're done, get a zip tie, close that thing shut, and keep the insects out of there for the rest of the day. That prevents the bees from stealing your pollen. It also, if you're serious about making a cross between 2 different pumpkins, it also preserves the integrity of that cross by keeping other insects from bringing other pollen in there to do their own thing. Here's an update on the pumpkin that we pollinated last video. There she is, maybe the size of a baseball, a little bit bigger. looking good so far. The things that you want to see are pretty much what we see here, and that is that the pumpkin has dropped from a vertical position to lay on the ground. The stem has sort of bent in that direction, which is a good thing. The pumpkin remains shiny. When they don't take, when the pollination isn't successful, oftentimes they get dull. The appearance, pumpkin gets dull. That looks pretty shiny to me. So this is about 9 days old. It looks pretty good.